Now anyway, if you do any sort of roofing, or I've got to know what's going to happen here, haven't I? I've got to know how much rubber to have here. So I'm going to measure my upstand, which will be 6 inches right out to here. That's 18 inches, right? So whatever your measurement is, I've got to make sure I've got that available here, right? Yeah? Yep. I haven't. So I'll put it further that way. I've got plenty over the front anyway. Right, I've got plenty there now, right? Yeah, and I've got plenty coming over the front, plenty coming over the sides, right? You don't have to have that much, I've just got it for this, yeah? You can be a little bit closer, but I would always buy a little bit more just to cover yourself. Yeah. You'll always use your odds and sods on certain roofs, right? So here, right, and see this here, we've got this bit here, haven't we, to get round, right? Now I really, because I want to get it into place, right, I really want to get my cut here for my corner, right? So I'm going to come up here like that, yeah? Yep. Hold that into place, yeah? There. Now here, I'm only going to need, all this is waste really, this is going to be a chimney stack here. So I'm going to cut from this corner up this way, yeah, at an angle, right? So I'll cut into here. That's going to be waste anyway, yeah? Right, what I do is I give myself a bit just to make sure, because I'll tie it up at the end. There's my corner there, and cut down into my corner. Put that round there, right? Yeah? A bit more just to make sure it goes around. Right, and that again is going to be waste, so I will cut that off just to get it out of my way. Yep. Right, so now we've got an external corner and an internal corner. Right, I've marked out on here already, which is you would mark out roughly, you know, run around with a pencil 6 inches from the edges. This bonding adhesive, yeah, it's a spray on adhesive or the roll on adhesive. This is where the water base goes, right? So obviously going to be a small one, yeah. So I'm going to use a small roller for this. This is the sort of roller I'd probably use for the bonding adhesive, but in this case, because it's only a small demo. So obviously you put it on a pole like you do with fiberglass or plenty on there. Now also what I've learned to do, yeah, after doing it for a while, is I'll put a bit back on the rubber now. I won't actually, I'll just clean my roller off on it. See that? Just cleaning my roller off on that. Yeah? Just so it sticks a little bit better. Right? Then what I'm going to do, obviously if it's a big roof, you have some on that end, someone in the middle, someone on this end. Yeah? And you just roll that into place or fold it back into place. Right? Yeah? Then I'll fold that over just for now to get it out of the way. Right here. Again you fold this back the other side. Again depending on the size of the roof. Find where your adhesive comes to. Yeah, I can see my adhesive in there. again. So now on the upstands, yeah, because I'm going to be put bonding adhesive up on these upstands here. I need 3 inches here, yeah, but I'm going to also put bonding adhesive up there as well. You will need bonding adhesive always on the upstands. Never ever use water-based adhesive on an upstand, right? Only on the flat. So again, it's in place. Again, clean off my roller. Be careful not to get it where the bonding adhesive is going to go. Right, then again, I'm going to fold this back into position. Yeah? Yeah, what you do now, use a squeegee, yeah? I just find with a squeegee it's a little bit, because it's rubber on rubber, because it's got rubber on a squeegee, there's a big brush like that there, yeah? Just pass it over. If you're doing big areas, as you're laying it, as the guys are holding it up, you push it into place. So as they're holding it, you're pushing it into place so it actually pushes it into the adhesive, yeah? Obviously in this instance, it's a lot smaller. So I'm going to go over it like that, yeah? To get that, yeah? Right. Now, we've got the bonding adhesive, right? So we've got, again, if you're on a larger roof, you're going to have to put
bit by bit.
Yeah. But look, see, I can, in small, and you can do this on larger areas as well.
Where do I have it?
Right, yeah. Spray adhesive. I'll spray it by this now after years of using rollers.
Shouldn't notice it.
Keep this about 6 to 8 inches away, yeah? From now. What I'm going to do is I'm doing... Yeah. A bit more. I'm going to do the back of the adhesive as well. Now that bit's going to be cut off. And of course, I've got to do that bit under there, but I'm not going to do that yet until I've got this bit in place, yeah? This first bit in place. So then you let that go off. What I can do, I can probably do this section as well here. Yeah? I'll do the upstand here. Again, you've got a bit of drying time on this. It actually goes off a lot quicker than if you roll it on. A lot quicker, yeah? So you just got to leave that to go off. And you see it does go off pretty quickly, especially in the summer, it'll go off quicker. Alright, now I'm going to prepare.
There's a like touch dry running.
Yeah, we'll see in a minute, we'll see. Yeah. So with your, I'm going to cut my section off for my internal corner. So I'm going to cut myself off a 6-inch piece of tape, which I'm going to measure roughly with my fingers, three fingers, about there. Right? I'm not so worried, this is not so important to get exact on an internal corner. Cut my piece of 9-inch. Again, there's always something you can usually be doing. Of course, this is a small roof, so if you're doing a larger roof, someone will be spraying that, and yeah, with this, take off the edges, round off the edges. Again, if you're doing a lot of detail, just get one of the lads to do it while you're doing something else. It's not rocket science. Right, so here's my front drip band, yeah? Again, this has got to go on before. So this will just go on my front here, right?
What else that?
Yeah, I'll get front, come on, yeah. That'll be. Yeah. If you're doing a big, you know, big area. Again, you're upstairs, I'll just check me upstairs. I'm not going to put them in place yet anyway. See, they're still a little bit wet, that. Yeah? With the gun here, you never turn this off once you get these connected. It stays on the whole time you have it. You buy a new one and you attach that straight to the new one. The only thing you ever turn off is this, the gun. Yeah? You turn that off. And then of course it's still flowing through there and it won't dry up. If you turn that off, this gun will dry up.
Right.
Yeah?
That's fucked.
Yeah, that's a waste then. Yeah? And this really, I mean, I've had this for 4 years, this gun. Once you've bought your kit, you bought your kit. I mean, I've had the roller and the gun, you know, for years. So it's not like you have to, and also with your walk base rollers, you just put them back in the bag.
Yeah.
Just put them back in the bag, yeah? Right, so my walk base adhesive I'm done with for now. Right, so I've done my flat area. Yeah? Now here, again, same thing, you're just going to roll this into place, right? There. I can leave that for a second till I've done this side because I've got to do this side. Right? Yeah, still a little bit, well, I'll leave it for a little bit longer. Yeah?
Obviously in the summer that goes off pretty rapid, does it?
Yeah. And of course, because we're doing a small roof, if you imagine if you were doing a long roof, by the time you actually get to the other end and you sort of you go back to the start, yeah? And that's the same, once you've cut everything and got it in place, someone can be marking things up, priming it, going along, and then of course you're following them around doing the, you know, doing all the taping, yeah? Especially if you've got like same size windows, you know, what you'll find is sometimes depending on the way the roof falls, you know, the detail, like your 9-inch detail will be different in the lower parts than it will in the higher parts. You have to be careful of that, yeah? I've made that mistake before. Right, so again I roll this into place, yeah? Just move that down like that for now. Right, I've got this corner to do here, yeah? This bit here to do. And then that's most of the contact stuff done, again, because we've got right, that's probably the longest. The primer actually dries a bit quicker than that. I mean, again, it's quite cold today, so you know, again, you've got the ambient temperatures. It's like when you put the membrane down, you should leave it to settle. If you've got a large piece, obviously with this here, look, it's folded, yeah? So, because that's been folded for a long time, that's the reason this has a grey colour. It's got talc on it, yeah? Because when you roll it, it sweats, it's rubber. Smaller rolls don't have it, but these big rolls where they're folded over, they'll stick together, it's a nightmare to get it apart. But over time, the talc just washes off and it goes as dark as that. There's a nice black colour light and finish of that. Yeah? When you initially do it, you're left with that. If people want it black, just tell them, you know, you go back, if you go back and do another job for them or do another bit of their roof and you look at 6 months later, it looks better than when you first done it. Because as it cleans all that, you know, talcum powder off. And with all the joins as well, if you leave it settle, if you're having an issue getting this, one of the issues can be with it, and we had a phone call yesterday actually, for can we put it on a roll for them, because when they get it folded up, it comes and it's got creases in it, yeah? But to get the creases out, you just get a hot air gun, yeah? Like you do for the paint strippers. I always have a couple in the van, right? Because you can put the hot air gun over it and the heat is what will help it settle, yeah? And sometimes I get a couple of lads to stand on it and I'll pull it on the other side after it's had a bit of heat and it will come out, especially if you adhesive both sides of the rubber, yeah? The underside of the rubber and the deck. It will come out. Worst ways, if it's really bad, you know, in somewhere where you can be seen and you know you want it to look really nice, you can put an iron over it, little bit of cloth, get an iron, plug an iron in, let's go with an iron. If that's what if you're waiting for it to settle anyway, like you're waiting for you know, fiberglass to cure, or you know, like with your pot to warm up, you know, if you're doing your hot pot, it's the same sort of thing. You've just got something to do, yeah. So while you're waiting for it to settle, you can get all your creases out. That's one of the concerns was for me, but like I say, once you get them out, it does look nice. If you leave them in and you don't, you know, you ain't got patience to do it, it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. Yeah. So it's worth spending a little bit of time doing it because it is a quicker system because of the size you can install it, right? So going back to this, that now look, see that's pretty, yeah, it's not pinging up on my finger. Again, smooth that into place. Right, now I've got me upstands and me corners to do, right? So I've got this bit to do, yeah, glue that bit. This is where you want to pay attention on your detailing. I'll let that go off. I don't need so much in this corner because I'm taping that corner, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going to tape that corner. I need a brush head. Can I have a brush? Hang on, I'll get it. Usually it's in a primer. Again, remember to pin yourself. While I'm waiting, I'm going to use, just because I mentioned it earlier in a previous video, I wouldn't usually use something this big.
An old cold can.
Yeah, an old Coke can. Something like that. Sometimes you can get them little pots kind of out the tableware shops.
Or then plastic bottle you're drinking now.
That's it, cut it. Just shake it up though. Make sure you shake it up, yeah? Because obviously on your detail that's where you're going to get any issues. So if you don't prime it right and you don't pay attention to them, also remember, there's one difference with this rubber to a lot of others. A guy just rang about rubber a little while ago. Differences with this rubber to some of the other rubbers you get, I won't mention the names, is, but I think that will be enough, is, yeah, then cut in here. Sometimes, you know, I just sometimes a bit short, you know, we lose them all the time, but, or you can get the white colouring pencils, yeah? And this has got to come over here. So I've got to come over that, it's about 3 inches there. And I've got to come over 3 inches here, that's why I cut it 6 inches. You've got to have it 3 inches onto the rubber and 3 inches across any joins, bridging anything, yeah? You've got to have it 3 inches, right? So I want to go onto there 3 inches, I'm going to go down to the deck, and I know that's about 6 inches wide, yeah? And it's going to come to the top, isn't it? So here, again, my flashing is going to cover that top bit. So that doesn't need to be the prettiest at the top bit, but it needs to come to the top, yeah? So again, cut my patch down, yeah? That's going to cover there. So I'm going to prime in here, right? What I'm going to do, because I'm using a brush, I'm going to work it in, yeah? I'm going to work that into the rubber, and I want to come a little bit over where the tape's going to go. You want to leave a little lip. Yeah, you want to sort, you know, like a bleed, like you would have, you know, with the old bitumen systems. Yeah. Yeah. You have a little bleed on it. Well, same thing here. Yeah. You want to see a little bit of. Again, you apply this to any taping that you're doing. Apply this. What I'm talking about here, that you have a little, just go over your pencil line, sort of 3 or 4 mil. Yeah. I've obviously primed the inside there. And come around here, 13 inches, right? So I need a 13-inch piece of 9-inch tape. You don't want sort of water getting underneath these edges or anything either, working its way in. So you just, and it's, you know, you want it to look smart, don't you? You want it to look. You got to remember, see, this tape's that black, dark black colour. Remember what I said about this. The talced EPDM will go that black, so it will match in more over time. Yeah, you'll see it next morning when you come in if it's been raining or even the dew on it. You'll see what colour it's going to go. It just takes a little bit of time for it to wash off. Right, so there's my external corner. Right, the external corner is going to go on my upstand and onto my deck. Right, so I've got 9-inch piece of tape. That's a 9-inch tape we're using. Yeah, there. Got 6 inches on the upstand. Yeah, I can lose a little bit on the upstand if I want because I'm going to have a flashing going over there, aren't I? Yeah, well, like I say, it comes out. I'd rather be a little bit more generous with this than I would less, because you do need some showing, yeah? I would be looking for that on a roof if I was looking at it.
Yeah, so you see that it's actually
you've
actually stuck it properly.
Absolutely. It's like, you know, they're requiring a 5mm bleed on a felt roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure. I'll give it a little bit more on that corner. Now, I'm not going to... I'm hoping I haven't primed this enough because I'm going to show you, because you will come across these problems. And I've seen them try and do it before. And it won't stick if you do what... I'll show you this in a minute. So here, prime it up over that tape. So I'm going to come over that tape now, aren't I? Again, because that's such a short distance here. So I can start again. I can start preparing my sides. Again, if you had more of them to do, and you'd send them off doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
So this front here, I want to bring that round the corner. Yeah, and just get tack in now, just to hold it into place. Hold it in place, yeah. Obviously, it's plenty of overlap. Don't need no air over, but at the end we'll cut all that off and
trim what you can
trim that off after, right? Yeah. Right. See this front bit here? Yeah?
Right.
Front trim there. Now, I would probably, before you get them on now, otherwise you get a little bit sticking on it.
Take the plastic off.
Yeah?
As you do.
As you would in sort of UPVC stuff. Now what I want here is I want a bit of pressure on it, because remember it's got that little bit of rubber behind it, and also the batten had a chamfered edge on it.
Yeah,
this fits tight to the chamfered edge, yeah. A little bit of pressure on it with my left hand in place. Yeah. This side down again. I want a little bit of pressure on it as I'm doing it. That's how easy that is to do. So it's not like doing a drip in. Yeah?
If you wanted to bring that another half an inch or so, would you put another piece behind it?
Again, you put another. You just put 1938 or 2538 batten there, whatever you need. You know, you work it out. But that would be your finished batten. Yeah.
That's always up to the edge.
The batten supply would be your finished batten because of the chamfered edge on it. And the way it gives you that. Yeah. So again, obviously, I'll push too hard, but if I have a normal roof, I put a bit of weight on it just to make sure that that seals off that edge. Yeah? So it's nice and simple, that. Is this side here, right? Now generally, depending on what you're doing here, you would either you could put a patch in there, yeah. You could put a patch in there, or if you were coming onto, if that was a brick wall here carrying on from through your next door, you put a patch down here and onto here. But again, I'll show you that in more detail when you all do the training. Apart from saying we've done it, right? Now this side bit, I'm going to put the side trim on. While we're waiting for that, right? I can put the side trim on this side. So, again, this has that. See the sponge underneath? No. Yeah, there's a sponge underneath there. Again, what do we need? This is why I say you don't need Harris rails. They're just in the way.
Yeah.
Here. Too easy that one, but. Side. A little bit of acetone on there. White spirit on it. Right, let me show you just a corner piece. Right. You see her? Yeah, so I'm going on that way, aren't I? Right, so I need to pull it out. Yeah?
You leave the other side on, obviously.
That's it, yeah, leave the other side on.
There, yeah.
And again,
I see, yeah.
you would
Did you seal in inside that corner first?
you put a little piece of mastic in there, yeah, or you know, a little bit of super glue, you know, your little tubes, little cheap tubes of super glue. Just super glue that on. Just get it into place like that and fit it on there. Yeah. And of course, again, if you've got an L shape, you've got an internal corner for your fascia, you've got a joining piece. If that was joined, you've got a joining piece for that. There's a joining piece. Sorry, joining piece. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If you needed that, if you were joining, you'd have the same.
What length do they come in?
2.5. 2.5. Yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Again, you've got that there.
Got that one for that joint.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so wherever your join was on that, it goes on the front there. Again, you can put a little super glue on it if you know. Alright? So again, I'm still working while I'm doing, and again, if that was obviously be a longer run. Yeah? And you can do them as long as you like. Right, now let's have a look at my primer now. Right, it's not leaving a fingerprint anymore, there. Let's check it here. Still a little bit, see there? Still a little bit there. Yeah?
So leave it, just that until it's ready, yeah? Basically.
If it was something I was really concerned about, again I'll give you just a small tip. If it was something you were really concerned about, yeah, people will show you different ways, but this is the way I was shown. If you was really concerned about an area around a pipe or an outlet, and outlets, you know, generally if I find if you ever get called back on any roofing system over the years I've had, it'll be an outlet. Yeah, it's usually an outlet where the problem is, or a pipe, or around a window, right? So I just snip the end off, yeah, punch a hole in it, in a tube, and I'll come in the edge about 1.5 inches, something like about halfway there, and up here on the inside, and I would just put a little bead all the way around, just a little tiny bead.
Just a precaution.
Not a lot, it's just to, you know, eliminate any problems, yeah, if you're slightly concerned. You shouldn't really have to do that, but it is worth thinking about.
Right.
Yeah, if you've got some areas where you think, God, it's a lot of water going into one place, or you find you come back in the morning and around the outlet you're just about to do is pooling. Yeah. Weight, I think my boats are going to do first. weight on it. It's the opposite side this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't pull out the wrong bit.
Alright?
Yep.
So see how it's starting to come together there?
And stick it on or something.
Six like shit.
Yeah.
I know. I've
Use
used that.
it?
Yeah, I've used it before.
Yeah. That's anything like that, or just a bit, you know.
Miter glue. There's a lot of.
Right.
Put it on. Spray.
Now I reckon we've got to be ready for this now. Remember here that there is no, you know, there's no joins in it, and you'll get that a lot of roofs. You will not get, you know, you won't get joins in them because we've got it covered. If it's a really big roof, you know, then we've got joining pieces for it. You've got this 3-inch seam tape. Yeah. Right. So here's the bit. Right. So I'm going to come work from the top. I'm going to work down. Right.
Instead of the other way.
Yes.
Walk up,
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Or trying to work it round the corner and stretch it too much. Yeah. This is the way to do it. All right. This now. I'm going to peel my back up for this. Right. I want to get that round the corner, don't I? Yeah. I want to get it round the corner and I want to get my coverage on it here, right? So I know I'm coming to the top of that upstand, yeah? Right? Right, now I'm not sticking out at the bottom and bringing it round first. I want to bring it round level, don't I? Yeah? Nice and level. Yeah? So look, I've pinned that in place. Again, remembering, get the air out of it. Right? So just take these are the bits you've got to take easy. Again, even if you're doing it in felt. You've got felt trim to go around, you know, this is so, you know, if it's fiberglass, you've got to fiberglass it, you've got to put your trims round, you know, so always your details, you take that a little bit more time with. Right, now I'm going to work it down, yeah, like that, slowly work it down, just a bit at a time, get the air out of it, yeah. So I'm coming down into the, trying to bring it down as all together if I can, so that I can keep the air out of it. I don't really want to show you any air bubbles, so. Right, now this bit here, just put that down there. One of the things you've got to be aware of, one of the things you've got to be aware of here is if you drop this tape onto that primer, yeah, just by mistake and because you're not kind of quite focused, it's really hard to get off there. So you have to yank it off, then you have to re-prime it. You're probably better off using a new bit of tape. So just be careful with your taping. Take your time, because the tape does cost money. Yeah, taping does cost money. The details where you're really spending your money and you're spending your time. It's a square roof, nice square roof, great.
You're laughing, yeah.
You're laughing. You'll throw it over. You know, you can do absolutely, you know. Right, so I would put that there to protect it, yeah. I might even cut that. Let's just say I really wanted to be careful. I could cut that down the middle.
Put it on the other side.
Put it on either side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Just while I'm bringing it down. Right, because these corners and these, see, this is obviously where the water's going to want to work its way in, right in the edges. Yeah? Yeah? Right, so I'm working it right in there. Yeah? I'm going to come on the inside and make sure, again, I work the air out of it. Alright? Here. Again. And then I'll go on the inside. Yeah? Right, now I'm going to take this off. So I've got to do, this is where we're going to stretch the tape. Yeah?
That's it.
And right, this is where you start to bring it down onto the deck, right? So I want to get my fingers in here, down low, right?
Yeah.
And you work it down, nice and gently though, just a bit at a time.
Just stretches for you to the shape, yeah?
Good. Now, I'm hoping, and I think I have, right.
Made a mistake.
No, yeah, the one I've, right. See it happen all the time, and I'll come round here and get myself positioned better for it.
That's the way you would be walking from this side round.
That's right, absolutely. You wouldn't be working from...
It's quite flexy that round.
Oh yeah, this is why you use a certain type of tape.
Yeah.
Back of your scissors in these corners, yeah?
Yeah. Tight.
Because that's the bit where water will work in.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, yeah.
If you're ever checking a roof for leaks, check these bits. Pull these bits. If you see a little tiny bit of water coming out, you found it.
No, that's
Yeah,
it.
but you don't want it. So again, just go over it. You do it with your back of your paintbrush, you know, your brush, but make sure you get right into them corners while that's going off. Right? So you've got your front trims, so you've got your joining pieces in the front here. If you need joining pieces, stick them on. I want you to stick them on for now because I'm going to strip this and use it again. Move into place. Again, always pressure sensitive tape. Always go around it with a roller. Right? This way and this way. Yeah, so I'm going this way and this way. This way, yeah, that way and that way. Yeah? Because that's really where any you know, if you're going to have any problems, that's where it's going to be. Right? Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Right, let me check my last bit of primer. Right, see, I'm still might be a little bit wet that, but I've got to make sure that goes down right. So I can't, again, because I haven't got other stuff to get on with because it's only a small roof.
I'll leave it, wait.
Yeah. And again, like this here, you've got flashings for it. You get a flashing, you fix a flashing through the wall, yeah, with a 30mm screw. Where's the 30mm screw? Let me just show you this again. Drill and plug through the wall. The 30mm fixings come with in every box. You get one of these. Yeah. You drill and plug through the wall. It's quite quick actually. It's quicker than sort of. So you just 3 metre lengths once it's grinded out. Again, make sure it's on nice straight walls. If you've got anything sort of old stocks or you know you've got bay windows in it and stuff like that, go for lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more malleable and you know obviously you can adjust your upstand heights. You can get these in different sizes. The trims.
Can you put walk-on tiles on this?
Yeah, you can get walkway pads for it. You can actually buy walkway pads for it.
Do you sell them here or?
We sell them. Yeah. Also, if you want to put decking on top of it, buy walkway pads. So use a thicker system, use a 1.5. Wherever you're putting your legs, you get strips 750 by 750 millimetre, and they've got strips of tape on the back of them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah?
Right, yeah.
So basically you put them down, mark roughly out whereabouts your tape's going to come off, just fold the mat back, prime it,
And that's
yeah?
it.
Just lay it back down because it's got tape on it, it's
Yeah.
protected anyway. You know, wherever you want it, just prime it, prime that area, and when the primer's gone off, you just peel it back off, stick it in place, and then you put, so you can brick bond them, you can put them in, and you know, and like I say, you can put them on legs of decking as well.